Today I am going to show you how to build a super simple Guardian XP farm for Minecraft. So this one's a nether portal based one and it's quite loud actually, so my volume should be fine though. So this is a nether portal based one and you use your sword to get the XP and everything like that. And it's also got looting as well, so you get extra drops as well. So over here you just go down here and I'm going to kill them all. They're quite loud and there's a lot of them. There's so many of them that they probably could die from entity cramming. So if I go over here, as you can see there's a nether portal up there, and I just use a nether portal to transport them. If you use a water stream, it can slow down their spawns and you don't get as much XP and drops. So I'm going to use I use the nether portal based one. Linking the nether portals is quite easy too, so I'll show you how to do that. It's really simple. And you don't even have to clear the monument. So out down there, as you can see, the monument's still intact. I haven't drained it at all. You don't have to do much of that at all. And also there's a beacon here. They give you thorns effect. They have thorns on them, so if you hit them, it will deal some damage back to you. So if I have a beacon with regeneration, that should protect you, and you should be perfectly fine with that. And try and get some armor too. So I'm gonna AFK it with armor, so show you that as well. And also get a good sword with sweeping edge, sharpness, and looting. So now I'm gonna go through how it works and also some of the features that we use and the really cool bit in the nether. The nether bit's going to be really cool. Like that's probably my favourite bit because it's so satisfying to watch it work. So if I just get rid of these, they're quite noisy. So there's timestamps in the description. If you don't want to listen to the explanation, then you can use the timestamps to get straight to the tutorial. So that is advised if you just want to build this straight away and you're not really interested in how it works. But if you're interested in how it works, then you can listen to the explanation because it's quite interesting actually. And also at the end of the video, I'll be going through some tips on how to use this. So if you know how to use it already and you're kind of quite good with Guardians and stuff like that, then you have to watch that as well. But if you don't really know much about how Guardians work and how to use this farm, then you can watch that too. Okay, so now I'm going to go through how this farm actually works. So it's actually really simple compared to what you might be thinking. So over here, as you can see, we don't have to clear the monument at all really. We have to get rid of the top bit, but that's nothing. That's only like a bunch of sea lanterns and some prismarine, so it's really not that much work. You could probably just do that with like some invisibility or something like that, so the guardians can't see you. And you can also add the soul sand in with the invisibility too. So you add some soul sand here, and this will move the guardians up over here to the water stream here. As you can see, there's a water stream. This will push them into the nether portals. So you've got some glass on the side here, so they don't escape. You can make the glass a bit taller if you want to make sure that they don't 100% escape. But they'll be being pushed this way, so I doubt they'll really be able to escape at all. And they'll just be pushed into the portals here. Now we have this roof over here. Now this is to make sure that all spawns happen, because if you don't have a roof over, there's a lower chance of guardians spawning. So the roof kind of like makes the guardian spawning a bit more likely. So sometimes guardian spawning can fail. So the roof can kind of prevent that from happening. Okay, so now I'm going to move on to the redstone. So the redstone is a tiny bit complicated, but it's not too complicated really. So over here we've got some cobwebs here. So when they go through the portal, they'll go into these cobwebs here, and it'll kind of like they'll be there for a little bit, because they have a portal cooldown. So once they've been in the portal, it'll take 15 seconds for their cooldown to wear off. Then they can go back into a portal. So they come up this portal, they go through this. This takes 24 seconds. So at the moment, if I use one, it will only do 12 seconds, which is not good enough, as the cooldown lasts 15 seconds. So we do 24 seconds. This does slow down the farm a tiny bit, but not too much, as when the mobs enter into here, it doesn't affect the mob cap whatsoever. So when they go down here, they'll go across here, there'll be tons of them here, so they'll all be pushing each other side by side, or they'll just be jumping around. And they'll make it to this bit here, which you're probably looking at and think, what is this? And yeah, this is a like... this pushes the guardians up, and it uses slime, so it launches them up, and then you've got one up here which pushes them back into this portal here, so it's perfectly timed, so then when they get up there they get pushed over here. So this is just a like jump pad in a way, and this will just push them into the portal, and it actually works really well. Like I've tested it without the jump pad and it doesn't work at all, but with the jump pad it works really well. And as you can't use water streams in the nether, this is a perfect way to do it without water. So down here, as you can see, we've got some redstone. It's like a redstone timer. Now that you can turn it off if you want to, just by breaking this block, and it'll turn the redstone timer off. Or you can add a different system with a sticky piston being pushed back and forward. So you can move the block back and forward to turn it off, and you can use a button. So to get this pulse, I just need a stone button. Okay, so now back into the overworld. So now we've got a nether portal here. This is where the guardians will pop out of. So they'll pop out of here, they'll go into this water stream here. Now if you want to, you can make the nether portal lower. I made it higher before, so if you're going to make it higher, you can just add the water stream here. This is to stop them from taking too much full damage and just dying straight away, because that does happen sometimes. Sometimes they don't though, so it really depends, and as you've got such a good sword, they should all die anyway. So when you go down here, as you can see, there'll be guardians over here, and they'll just be here ready for your sword, and you'll get XP and their drops. Okay, so now over here, so I've got my sword here. This is the enchantments on the sword. I haven't put bending or unbreaking 3 on it yet, so I will probably soon when I'm testing out survival. And also I've got a beacon over here. This beacon's got regeneration and also strength. You can also have resistance if you want instead of the strength, but I like strength because you can get rid of them quicker. And you've got regeneration. Now that regeneration, you'll need that because like these guardians have thorns on them, so when you hit them, it'll deal damage to you. So you're definitely gonna need the beacon. If you're not using the beacon, then it might be hard to like use this farm to just keep taking damage. So if you really don't want to use it, then you can just have a bed here and you'll just respawn here every time you die from the thorns. Okay, so first of all, you're going to have to locate an ocean monument. So if you don't know where to find an ocean monument, then you can use a cartographer. And if you buy a map, which is the Ocean Explorer map, it will lead you to an ocean monument. So, or you can just use a midist. Whatever is easier for you, or whatever you want to do. Because like some people find a midist to be a little bit of a cheat, so whatever you want to do. So first you have to find one. Now you need to go kill the Elder Guardians. So there's 3 Elder Guardians per fortress. Monument. And here's the first one. So you just have to kill all 3 of them. So there's one over here, and the others will be on the sectors. So if I find the sectors, they're around here. So you have one there, and then one in the middle. So you have to kill those all first. Okay, so now we're going to move on to the next bit, which is we're going to clear a tiny bit of the monument. So first we need to clear this top bit here, so just break it all here. It's not too much to clear, and then also clear this whole platform over here. So make sure all of that's cleared. Okay, so now we're going to have to find the edges of this here. So over here, we've got an edge here. So we need to mark out all the edges over here. Just with a block, whatever block you want to use. You can use dirt or stone or whatever you want. So now we've marked out these edges over here, so now we're going to build up. So these are all temp blocks, so you're going to have to take them down afterwards. But this is kind of like marking out where each bit here is. So now you don't really want to build some pillars over here because like the guardians and everything like that. You might want to use invisibility when you're building this, so just build across here and try and match it up. So there we go, that's matched up there. Now we're going to go across here. Now these are all temp blocks here. You can use glass if you want because that's the block that we're using. So if I go across here, like that, and that's aligned. Now we're going to build a little glass area up here, and we're going to go up 2 blocks. And we're going to do that on all the whole square. Okay, so now we're going to move on to the next bit, which is where the nether portal will be. So now we need to go across here. So if we go here, we're going to do it on this side here, and it's going to go across like that. So if I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and this is where our nether portal will be. So I can just break all that there. Try and use silk touch so you can save some glass. And I'm going to go down here with the obsidian here. Now put a block here and then some obsidian here, but you can break that block if you want. And I'm just going to go across like this. So and then I do it on this side. And then I put a block up here. And put some obsidian across. Now we're not going to light the portal yet because we can't actually because the water's in the way. And we're going to have to clear some of this water here, and then we're going to replace it again. So that might sound like a lot of work, but it's really not if you've got sponges. So if you can put some sponges across here and just clear some of this water here. And that shouldn't be too hard. Okay, so I filled this area in with stone. This is all going to be temp blocks over here. So we have to have these temp blocks so we can make the actual water stream, otherwise it won't work. Because the water stream won't really push into the portal. So if I go up here, and we can just fill this in, and then we can light the portal. Now if you want to, you can go through the portal. You don't really have to at the moment. But now we're going to go get some water. and make sure not to break the portal, otherwise you're gonna have to restart everything. So what I mean by everything is you're gonna have to refill all this in. So make sure not to break the portal. And as you can see here, we put some water across here, so these all have to be water sources. Now over here we've also got water sources on the end here. So now the next bit you'll need to do is we'll need to clear away all this, but you're going to have to get some ice. So once you've got the ice, you put the ice there, leave a block, put the ice there, leave a block as well, put the ice, and just keep doing that across here. And we're going to have to make all of this water sources. So I'll show you what I mean with some ice. So if I get some ice, and you're just gonna have to put the ice here, like this. And what you can do here is just like that, and put a gap between if you want to. And that should all create water sources, and that will also go across here, so it will save a lot of time if you use ice. Ice is really useful, just saying. And you have to do that on the other side too. And then you can just clear all of this. So you can use a pickaxe. Don't use the silk touch pickaxe, otherwise you're going to break the ice and get the ice as an object instead of the water. So make sure to break it with a normal pickaxe, maybe like a fortune pickaxe or something like that. Won't make too much difference. Okay, so you should have water streams like this, and also this all should be water source. So the way to check if it's all water source is just to put some soul sand here, and you should get a bubble column. If I go up the bubble column, I go up all the way to the top. If you're not going to the top, then you probably missed a water source or something like that, or you've got to put some ice somewhere. So make sure all that's water source, and you can just break that soul sand afterwards. So now we're going to place a slab roof across here. So if I go across here, we'll see you might get zombie pigmen spawning now and then. That doesn't really make any difference. So if I go across here, we're just going to fill this whole area in with slabs. And then next we're going to move on to the nether portal bit. Okay, so now we're going to move on to the nether portal bit. So this bit's a little bit confusing and a little bit difficult, but if you understand how to do it, then it's not too hard. So over here, I'm down at the bit here. So this is the spawning area here, under here. So now we need to get the Y coordinate of this section here. So this is Y55. So I'm not too sure. Yours might be the same, or it might be different. I'm not too sure. I think all monuments generate at the same height, but I'm not fully sure. So now we're going to move on to the next bits. So if we go up to the Y209, so I've already marked out a block up there, which is quite high up. So if I just make this a bit bigger, and we're going to go up to Y. So we're going to add 26 to that. So if we go up 26 blocks, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3, 24, 25, 26. So we're at 26 blocks high from the AFK point, and this is where the nether portal will be. So just to give you sort of what it will look like, so the nether portal will be here. So if I make a little section here, so if I go down here, actually it'll be easier. So we'll have like a nether portal over here. This is so that they take full damage and you can really easily one-shot them. Okay, so now next we're going to need to go to the nether. So if I go into the nether, so you need to go through your nether portal. Now you'll probably generate somewhere random, so I'm next to a bastion over here, and also nether fortress. This is actually quite a good seed. But anyway, so I've made it over here. So now we're gonna have to go up. So we're gonna have to break this portal here because it's gonna get in the way. Now we're gonna have to go up. So what we're doing is we're gonna be trying to link the portals. So if I go all the way up here, so just here, and I'll go all the way up to the top, like that, and we'll break through into the nether roof. Now, getting to the nether roof is quite difficult, so you're probably gonna need to find a tutorial on how to do that, because like I'm not gonna be able to do a tutorial here because like this is supposed to be a guardian farm tutorial. So now we're gonna have to go up to Y138 because we add 76 to the coordinates of the bottom of the nether portal down where the guardians are. So if we go Y138, so I'm gonna have to go into the F3 menu and just go up to here, and I can just break all this, and then I'm gonna put a portal down. So you can put any portal you want, so actually it goes down here. So just put a normal portal like this. So I'll get out of the F3 menu because it's kind of in the way. and then we'll light the portal. And then what we're going to do is we're going to place some blocks here, and then we're going to put another portal here. Like that. And then we don't have to light this yet. And if I go through here, it should link up perfectly. And it perfectly links up perfect. Okay, so now I'm at the top portal up here, and this is at Y209, so that's 26 blocks away from our AFK point. So now we're just going to have to light this portal over here. And if I go down all the way to the bottom, and then I'll go through this nether portal here. So I can just go down here. Into here. Now we can light this portal up here, and it should link up with the top one. Which it does, perfect. If it doesn't link up, then you've probably done a bit of the maths wrong. Make sure that you've definitely added 76 to the number. And it links perfectly. So these two portals both link, which is what we want. Okay, so now I'm going to move on to the area in here. So we're going to start off with like the shell, and we're going to do the redstone afterwards. So first of all, you're going to need some cobwebs. Just place them across here, like that. And we're also going to place them on the other side here, so we have like a variation of different areas where the guardians can be. So now what we can do is we can just place some glass here. So they're not able to enter back into here. So if I go across here like that, and I'll place some glass here, in here. And we're just giving them a big area so they can, well, it's not really that big, but like we're giving them an area where they can go. So I'm just placing some glass like this, and it's just going to be like a sort of a shell for them to go. So this will keep them in this area here, and this is to get rid of their cooldown, because they have like a cooldown until they can go back into a nether portal. So now I'm going to go down here, and I'm just going to go down 2 blocks. Like that. And I'm going to make a little platform over here. And that should be fine. So now we're going to get a furnace. Now you have to use furnaces so they don't stick to slime, and furnaces are really easy and cheap to get, so, and they're not movable by pistons or slime, which is really useful. Now we're going to get some glass, place it across here like this. Now we can just go down like this, and here as well, and I've got a little area to be, so over here will be where the piston is, and I'm just going to go across over here. Like that. And then we're going to place a temp block here, so I'm using glass because I'm in creative. And we can break that there. So now we're going to have to go up. And I'm just going to place some glass across here. So on this portal. Actually, we don't need it up here. And I'm going to place like a roof over here. And over here will be furnaces, so that it doesn't stick to the slime. So I don't need that one there. And I'm just going to go down here and place some glass. And we're also going to place glass on the other side too, like this. And so this will be glass here as well. So we're just going to make a little sector of glass. Just don't look inside the furnaces, you don't need to. And we'll have this sort of sector over here, so we can actually break this because this is where the pistons will be. And we need these to be furnaces down here. Hopefully you have silk touch, so you don't have to break too much glass. And that's done for this, for the actual shell. Now we're going to move on to the redstone bit of this build. So if I get some slime, I'm just going to place some slime over here, like that. And we only need 4 there. Now I'm going to put some temp blocks here, so I'm using pistons. It doesn't matter what you use. And a piston here, so make sure this is a piston. Now we're going to put a furnace here. And then we're going to go down the block. Some blocks over here. Actually, we can put some on this side too. And I'm going to put some redstone here. A repeater here. And I'm going to deal with the repeater timings in a minute. So, go 3 across here. Block here. Block here. Block here. And then a block here. So, we're going to put a repeater. So, we're going to put all of our repeaters in now. So, I'll place some repeaters here. A repeater here. And then we're going to have a repeater here. And also another repeater here. So now we're going to put these all on 4 ticks. And we're also going to put a button here, and that's going to turn the machine on, so I'll show you it turning on in a minute. And put these all on 4 ticks. Like that, and then we'll get some redstone torches. Place one here. Place another one here. place one over here. So we're going to put a block here, torch here, block, torch, block, torch. Oh, it's a gas, that's annoying. So we've got some redstone torches here, and we're going to put one block here, and no redstone torch on top of that. So repeater going across here, another repeater, a block here, and we'll have some redstone dust here, like that, and we'll have a torch here. So the torch will go across over here, and I'm going to put a block down here, this is only temp, and some redstone dust here. And then now we can place a piston in here. So don't put it there. There, perfect. Now we're going to get some slime, and we'll put that here. So that's the redstone bit done. So now I'm going to show you the clock. And also we need to deal with the timings here, so we'll have this on 4 ticks and this on 1 tick. Now we're going to move on to the next bit, which is where the guardians are actually going to appear. So we're going to make this platform a bit bigger. Now we're also going to build a beacon up here with regeneration and strength, so make sure you have like a beacon farm or something like that. I've got a card popping up in the corner for a wither skeleton skull farm if you're interested in that. So sometimes you'll get guardians spawning up here too, so I'm going to have it this side actually, because I saw the guardian fling that way, so they'll fly out a bit quicker. So if I put some blocks across here like that, you can also replace this top one with glass, or put a slab up here, whatever you want to do. Now we're just going to make a little chamber here, so if I put some glass across here, I'm putting glass because it looks nice. You can use just normal blocks if you're low on glass or something, or you don't have a sand farm. And I'm just going to make this little chamber here. So now we're going to close this off because they could all fly out and shoot each other all over the place. So now I'm going to go down here with the glass here. Now we're going to make this chamber all the way down. So now we need to work out where this is. So the AFK point is over here. So I'm going to make this a bit bigger. Oh, this guy's made it all the way down. So over here. So you can splurt out over here. So if I go here, and I'm just going to go down here and right here. So on these side bits here, you're going to have a flat area here. Okay, so now I'm going to move on to the next bit, which is where the guardians will be. So at the moment, there's kind of like a build of guardians here, and I don't want to get them to way, so I've just put a bit barrier over here. So now put a chest here. Now you're probably going to need a bigger storage system. We will need a bigger storage system because this thing fills up really quickly. So I'm putting some hoppers across here. So if you want a sorting system so you can sort all the items, then there's a tutorial that will be appearing in the corner on the card. So over here we've got some hoppers and also some chests. I'm just going to put some slabs here. Now if you put a roof like I have, you can just break this now. And as you can see, it's a bit of a mess, so it's quite hard to get rid of this roof. So you can just go up here. Oh, I accidentally fell down. And if you just do this and break all that, and you got this chamber here. So this is where you're going to get the XP, and you're going to be standing here. Now I haven't actually made the water columns yet, so for some reason they're still going up here. I guess it's because there's so many down there that they're like spawning crazy. So now we're going to get our soul sand. So first you're going to need to get some soul sand. So just get rid of some of the seaweed here. So, oh, don't need to open that up a bit. So now you just need to get rid of some of the seaweed because it's going to get in the way a bit for the soul sand. So you don't have to clear any seaweed if you don't want to, but it just helps. Now while doing this, you should really use Invis potion so that the guardians can't see you, and it's kind of going to get a bit annoying if the guardians can see you. So first of all, we're just going to put some soul sand. So over here there's a little shadow. This is where the nether portal is. We're just going to go one block and then the soul sand. So this is the shorter side. So we're just going to go across here like that. So this is on the shorter side. So for the shorter side, we'll only put one segment here, like that, and we'll have this sort of segment here. So now I'm going to go across here and place some soul sand across here. So now this is a bigger segment, so we can add more soul sand. As this is a bigger area, we want to make sure we get everything. So I'll go across here like this, all the soul sand, like that. And as you can see, there's a water stream up here. Oh, I went a bit too far for this one. Have I done that on the other side? No, I haven't. Oh, and I went a bit far on this one too. Don't know why I went so far. Okay. So now we've got these water streams up here, and now we'll actually be getting some drops. So now you'll start to get some guardians over here. So what we're going to do now is we're going to fill up this bit here so the guardians can't escape. And we're just going to make sure there's no holes around here. So you will also get some ink sacks here. So if you want to collect them too, you can add a chest and hoppers here for ink sacks. But this isn't really an ink sack farm, this is a guardian farm. And you probably won't get many as well, so it depends what you want, really. So now just make sure there's no holes. So you might get some holes now and then. And what you want to do is you want to get some furnaces. And we're going to add some furnaces across here. Like that. So now we'll have this whole area filled up. If you want, you can add the water bit here, because they sometimes jump quite high out of here and they take too much damage and they can sometimes die. So you can add a water bit here. Just you can only add it here and put some signs here. So if I'll show you. So if I get a sign, so you can use any sign you want. It doesn't really make too much difference. And then if we get some water, now we can add a sign here. And some water here. And then if we go out of here with spectator, and we go down here, we'll have the section here. So now you're going to need to get your sword, and you can start getting rid of some guardians and getting some XP. So remember, this chest will fill up really quickly, so make sure to have a bigger storage. And that's pretty much it for the tutorial. Okay, so now I'm going to go through ways in which you can increase the user experience, so make it a little bit better and stuff like that. So first, I'm going to show you what sword I'm using. So here's the sword right here. Here's the enchantment. So these are the advised enchantments, I'd say. So sharpness 5 is perfect. That will like take down all of them. Then unbreaking 3, that's so it doesn't break easily. Mending, so you can fix it really easily. Sweeping edge, so you can get all of the guardians. And also looting 3, so you can get the most drops. So as you can see, it's hard to see because they're all jumping around. But sweeping edge takes them out really easily. Now, as you can see, I've got a beacon over here, so guardians actually have like a thorns effect where if you whack them, it does damage to yourself. So make sure to have like some netherite armor on or something like that with protection. If not, then have like a beacon here. So if this is like a community sort of guardian farm, have like a beacon here so that the user experience for everyone's good. So I hope you enjoyed this video and found it useful. If you need any help, then put it in the comment section below, because I'll reply to every comment that's put down there, if I can anyway. Sometimes I don't see comments, so if you don't get answered, then you have to repost it. So also, if you need any help as well, you can join my Discord server, and that's much easier because I'll always reply to every message anyway. So if you join my Discord, you're more likely to get like a reply. And also, if you want to, you can subscribe. I really don't mind because I do this for fun. Like, this is really fun to design, and I think the features that I used makes this farm quite cool too. Like the idea of shooting the guardians up with like with some slime and stuff like that, and it's quite cool. So it's quite fun to design actually. So I'll see you in the next video if you're going to watch any more of my videos, and goodbye.